is Patrick Anderson, and I am a counselor here at the Counseling Center. So what exactly brings you in today?
I am from Nigeria, and I'm struggling being in a different country.
Okay. What, can you give me some more specifics of why you're struggling, or what you think is making you struggle a little bit more in America?
Well, I can't find the foods that I'm used to eating. It's not very ethnic around here that I've found. And even if there is some things, some of the restaurants that I'm accustomed to, there's not any that I know of. So it's just been very stressful. It's causing my grades to suffer, where I'm having some problems with crowds.
Mm-hmm.
So if my grades don't go back up, then I'm afraid my parents are going to make me come back to Nigeria.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you're not finding the types of foods that you're used to, and that the crowds here are somewhat different than in Nigeria, or is it this just the transition from America to Nigeria?
It's the transition, because it's still crowded in Nigeria, but it's being in different being different culture. It's just kind of culture shock.
Okay.
As far as the crowds.
Right. Okay. Have you tried to join any of the campus organizations? I know that we have an African organization that are actually people from Africa. Have you tried to look into anything like that?
I did join, but I'm having trouble getting to the meetings because of all the homework and stuff.
Okay. What's your major?
Social work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, as a social work student, you have some of the skills and knowledge to know that it's really stressful being in a new place,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And at times we have to sit back and look and see what our resources are. Have you looked up any kind of natural food stores in the area? I know they have ethnic food stores in the area. Have you tried to look up anything like that might actually have the foods that you enjoy?
Not really.
Okay, so that could be an option.
Okay.
Now, as far as being kind of stressed out in crowds, is this something that are you always stressed out in crowds? I mean, when you were in Nigeria, were you stressed out even there, or is it just something that's happened here?
A little bit with crowds in Nigeria, but not as bad as like it is now, where it's now I'm more overwhelmed being out of my country.
Right. Okay. Have you met anybody from Nigeria that's on campus?
I've met a couple people, but they're males. So in our culture, we don't really, we try to, we don't really have male friends. The female don't have male friends.
Okay. Is it possible that maybe you can look into, like I said, the African organization, because that's both male and female, and they can provide you possibly with resources that I'm not aware of, as far as ethnic foods that you're comfortable with and enjoy eating. Also, we can make out a plan as far as goals and objectives that you might want to achieve. You said that you were failing or not doing so well with your grades, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you think that it's more because of your stress, or more of just getting used to this new culture?
I think it's both. It's not that the work is too hard. I do have a lot of homework, but it's just, it makes it, sometimes the teachers are hard for me to understand.
Okay. So there's some kind of language barrier?
Yes.
Okay. That can be difficult, especially when you go, I don't know if I could go to Nigeria and speak Nigerian and do as well as you're doing here.
It's very hard. Nigerian language is very hard.
Right. But what you need to take out of this is you're doing something positive. You've come to America, you've gotten into college, and that's something that a lot of people wouldn't do. I mean, I really couldn't go to a different country and go to a college, I don't think. So that's a positive thing. So you have, you know, the expertise and the knowledge to actually come over here and be a productive citizen. So therefore, you know, you do have some strengths. But what you need to understand is that because you are in a different culture, you're going to have to get, hold on. Sorry. You're going to have to realize that, you know, it's not going to be exactly like Nigeria. And part of moving to a different country is learning their culture.
If I don't get my grades up, my parents have found someone for me to marry, and I'll have to go home and get married. I don't wanna do that.
Okay, okay.
So that's stressful too.
Okay, so perhaps the next time we meet, we can develop some goals for you to help you not only with your stress, but to manage your time better, to where maybe you can have a block for social activities, because, you know, you really kind of need to be social. It's hard coming to a college and not being social. So perhaps we can find some kind of organization that you might be interested in, maybe even the social work club, because they do have a social work club that you can join. And also we want to I want you to figure out some goals that you want to achieve, that you think that you can achieve within the next, say, month. Just a small goal, maybe finding an ethnic food store and going and seeing what they have. But it's something small that you can obtain at least a month. You think you could do that?
I think so.
Okay. So the next time we meet, I want you to come up with 3 goals that you would like to achieve within this next month. And make them small, don't make them something that you know that is going to be impossible, but make it something that you think that you can attain. Okay, can you do that?
Okay.
All right. Are there any questions you have for me?
I don't think so.
Okay. It was good meeting with you,
Nice meeting you.
and I'll see you next week.
Okay.